this is Charlie from The Speed Traveler with my co-host Chris Evertsen, and we're doing something a little bit different today. We are going to all the greatest tourist spots of Los Angeles. We're actually from here, so we're going to give you some great insight. And in Speed Traveler style, we are doing it in a Ferrari and a vintage Cadillac.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun day. I love Griffith Park. Griffith Park was actually built in 1933, which oddly enough is the same year both my parents were born. And I remember coming up here with my parents on our little day trips and exploring all over the place, learning about time and all kinds of weird things. And in grade school, we came up here many times on field trips and got lost from our little tour and did our own adventures. So it's really appropriate that we start today's adventure right here at Griffith Park.
We're gonna hit some great spots. Our first tip of the day is you've got to get to Griffith Park at sunrise. It's an amazing view. We're gonna go check out the Hollywood sign. We're gonna go through Hollywood. We're gonna go to downtown LA, go of course to Rodeo Drive and end up at the beach. So welcome along for the trip, and this is The Speed Traveler.
So we're about halfway up our hike at Berlin Park, and right behind me you can see the Hollywood sign already, and that's our final destination. But this is a spot where a lot of people stop and do a lot of exercises.
Yeah, what's cool about it is for those sports fans out there, Manny Pacquiao, when he's training for a fight, he runs this trail 3 days a week. If you get here at dawn, you can join in the fun and run right there with him, which I think is really fun. By the way, we parked at the Griffith Park lot. Once again, you got to get there at dawn to get the spot, but it's worth it, absolutely worth it.
Well, we got a lot of hiking to do. Let's
go.
Going.
All right, we made it 1.5 miles up above the Griffith Park parking lot. This is the Tom LaBonge panorama. Tom LaBonge was a LA City Council member who passed away recently. But look at this incredible nature and scenery. 4,210 acres in the middle of a city of 11 million. This is really incredible. Not sure where Chris is, but I've known Chris since I've been 5 years old, and everything turns into a competition. So my guess is he's trying to get a head start on me. So I'm gonna head back down the hill, jump in the car.
So another great place to go in Los Angeles is the Greek Theater. I remember as a kid, I saw some great concerts here, Adam and the Ants, a whole bunch of other great bands. You know, everyone's played here. It's a great spot to come to, the Greek Theater, and get your Velvet Fog on, Mel Torme. Lots of great shows to see at the Greek Theater.
All right, so you may have thought that I lost by driving the Cadillac, but this 1983 vintage Cadillac Eldorado Touring Coupe is really cool. It was built in an effort to combat BMW and Mercedes. 1982, 1983, 1984, 1985. They really only made a handful of them, but what makes it unique is the badging. It doesn't have the big Cadillac crest on it. And it's really made to be a performance car, which is kind of funny. It has bucket seats, it has these flat logos, it's got different wheels, it doesn't have the chrome or anything like that. Everything was taken off to make it look more like a touring race car. and they only build about 2,000 of them total, and it's a pretty cool car, so I'm enjoying my trip.
So we're cruising on Hollywood Boulevard right now, making our way to Petersen Automotive Museum, which is on Fairfax. And what a great time to talk about this beautiful Ferrari I'm driving right now. I'm sitting in a 2007 Ferrari F430, which pushes out about 500 horsepower through its V8 engine. And it's all linked up to the 6-speed, what I'll call semi-manual transmission. We got these paddle shifters. I can do a little downshift and go.
All right, I am here at Musso and Frank's. What's great about this place is it's the oldest restaurant in Hollywood. I believe it opened in 1919, as you can see over my shoulder there. Also, this has been a big filming spot around Hollywood. You might recognize the sign in the back door here from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio. This is a famous scene where Leonardo DiCaprio comes out and he's crying because he feels like his career is over. So this is a must stop. I'm gonna hit a couple more places in Hollywood, then meet back up with Chris at Farmer's Market. Okay, we are here on Hollywood Boulevard and we are walking by the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We're here early in the morning. It's actually not a bad time to hit it because there's no one here. Later in the day, it's gonna be wall-to-wall people. Over my right shoulder here, you can see the famous Chinese theater. So many movie premieres here over the years, so great spot to hit up.
Coming by the Petersen Automotive Museum here. I'm going to try to pull in here to park. See what we can find. Look at that, all this cool stuff in there. This is a fun. Ah, I wonder where Charlie is. That's Charlie. Hola, Carlos. We're just pulling into the Petersen Museum. Where are you? Yeah? Are you at the farmer's market? You want to meet there for lunch? All right, we'll meet you. Well, we're gonna do a walk through at Petersen Museum, and then we'll meet you at the farmer's market for lunch. All right. So I've made my way to the Petersen Automotive Museum, and this is our favorite 501c3. And I'm out front here, and right in front of me is this HP TV1, something like that Hummer. This thing's insane. What's funny about that is Charlie and I have an upcoming video going off-road in a bunch of Hummers. But what we're really here to see is what's inside. Danger, Will Robinson.
Now over at Dupar's at Farmer's Market, and what we love about Dupar's is it is Ferrari friendly. So we are here at Farmer's Market, one of LA's absolutely best places to eat.
It is a great place. The Gilmore Oil Company is steeped in the history of the Indy 500. So much stuff here.
And what's nice about it is the Grove is right next door. So you can park at the farmer's market and you can enjoy both the farmer's market and the Grove. There's a little train that runs in between. So
you know what I'm here for? I'm here for all the good food we're gonna find inside. We are at Union Station, Los Angeles. And Union Station opened up in May of 1939. It's been servicing travelers around the California area and the nation since that time. It's a great place to jump on the train, head down to San Diego or Santa Barbara for a day trip, or just jump on the Metrolink to get around town. A lot of movies have been filmed here since that time. And the earliest one's probably about 1950 to my recollection, a movie actually called Union Station, a thriller movie starring William Holden. Well, we're not here for that right now. We're actually here to go across the street to Alvera Street to get some real authentic Mexican food.
all right, I made my way to the famous Sunset Strip here in West Hollywood. Over my right shoulder is the Whiskey A Go-Go. Famous place that's launched a lot of huge rock and roll careers, including The Doors, AC/DC, Van Halen, No Doubt. I mean, it really all started here in 1964. Down the street is the Rainbow, another great iconic place. The Viper Room around the corner is where River Phoenix passed away, right in front of the club there. This is a really fun place to come at night. So come down here on a Friday or Saturday night. This place is going up and you'll love it.
We're here for this. This is Alvera Street. It is the oldest street in Los Angeles, and it was actually formed before Los Angeles was even born as a city, before California was even a part of the United States. This used to be Mexico, and that's why this street is so important, because it carries so much heritage from Mexico. You can find everything here, and the food here is amazing, and I'm certainly going to sample some of it. Yep, I think I found my hat.
All right, so we are now at the Beverly Hills Hotel. This is what started it all. It was built in 1912, and it was a way for the developers to sell lots. They needed people to have a place to stay, so they built the Beverly Hills Hotel, and look what they started. We're on a little secret side street here called Crescent Drive. You can park for free on Crescent Drive, and believe it or not, this is the Beverly Hills Hotel bungalows. Looks like they're houses, but they're actually bungalows. Go in one of these little side entrances here, save yourself $20 in valet parking fees, and just act like you belong. There's the Polo Lounge inside, there's the Fountain Cafe, and they love money. So enjoy it.
Welcome to Rodeo Drive, where there's nothing that can't be bought, or at least acquired. There's more money in the next 3 blocks in 3
detail than there is on virtually any other street in the United States. There's a lot of shops that have changed names, but there are some iconic places that have been here for decades. We're going to stop by a couple of those locations.
Carlos, you did it to me again.
Well, I don't know what to say. This thing's fast. It's the Eldorado Touring Coupe.
Well, that's got a V8. This has a V8.
This was built to take on BMW and Mercedes.
You know, we're here at the beach. Why don't we cruise over to the Gladstones, get a little light dinner or something, and talk about what we all saw?
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Hey travelers, we made it to Gladstones. We're here on the Pacific Ocean. We had a great day. We started at Griffith Park Observatory and we went our separate ways from there. How was your drive?
My drive was fantastic. I really loved starting at Griffith Park. I don't think I've ever been there at 6 a.m. in the morning. I don't think I've ever been anywhere at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Unless you stayed up all night.
But after about 9 or 10 a.m. at that place, the parking is a madhouse. Cars are trying to get in and out. So that was an amazing trick.
Yeah, that was awesome.
From there, I went on to the Chinese Theater, to the Walk of Fame, to the Beverly Hills Hotel. Really a lot of great stops. Love going to Farmers Market. How about you?
Oh, you know, it was awesome. I went to Union Station, Petersen Automotive Museum, Olivera Street, and got a new hat, which I'm really happy
I saw
about.
that.
You know, that was a lot of fun. I actually got more looks, I think, for the hat than I did for the car. But the car was awesome. It's so much fun to drive. How can you not have fun driving a Ferrari?
Yeah,
you know?
and I got probably 5 thumbs up all driving around in the vintage Cadillac. I felt cool driving down Sunset Strip in the old Caddy.
You know, and it's funny because we had this great drive, and we saw went to these great places, but there's so many more places we can go to. I feel like we're gonna have to do this a lot more often.
We are. We've got some tips for Santa Monica and Venice, which is right down the beach here, but we lost sun. We didn't quite make it, but so we'll do those in some supplemental videos.
Well, I had a great time. I know you had a great time. We hope you had a great time, and we'll see you on the next one here at the Speed Traveler.